Cheer to the 1973 Miami Dolphins. Look, it's the best they had, guys. Like, come on.
Jackson, deep drop, timing route, drops it in the bucket, caught by Hill. Steelers fighting for the football, they come away with it. Play is whistle dead. The question, who's got it? He got the arm in there and then kept ripping at it.
League going to work on third down. Levis taking a shot. Titans right back in it.
Hey, yo. What do you think, Dean? I didn't even pay attention to that.
No.
Looks like man-to-man coverage.
4th and 3, game on the line. Williams lofting one for a doozy. He caught it! And it's blocked! Oh my goodness, the Packers block it, and they're gonna win!
20 seconds now.
Under 20, Smith back to throw. Smith takes off. Geno Smith, end zone ahead!
Left, now taken off. Gonna run for it, he got it! And there he goes! Inside the 10, the 5! Oh, the play of the year in the NFL! Mahomes retreats to the 25, steps up, desperation time, and it's intercepted! The Bills are gonna hand the Chiefs loss number 1.
And with that, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the photo. Of course, please like and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed the NFL Week 11 recap. Obviously, going through all the games that happened here on Sunday. You'll see all the highlights. You'll see all the analysis. You'll see all my thoughts on it, takeaways, all that crap. With that said, though, of course, we always start with the guys that got injured, even though, I don't want to talk about it. But it is kind of important in a lot of ways. With that said, though, that isn't, again, pertaining to injury, Daniel Jones didn't get injured, but he certainly got benched, as they will be opting to start Drew Lock for the rest of the season, which obviously is, of course, with the NFL injury clause where, at least in his contract, if he does get injured this season, he will be owed $23 million guaranteed next season. That is why he is getting benched. Also, the Giants suck, and he sucks, so that's probably why, too. But Drew Lock will be the starter for the Giants for the remainder of their season. Of course, they will be playing on Thanksgiving against, let's hope, Trey Lance in Week 13, because that game would be crazy, of course, that being on Thanksgiving. Next week, though, they'll play the Bucks, so see how that goes. But still, the Giants are obviously doing that. I obviously saw a similar thing with Derek Carr and Russell Wilson. Maybe not this early to do it. Obviously, that was like Week 16 or something when they did those things, because, of course, both those teams were out of it at that point. But, the Giants are obviously out of it now, so that's why they did that if you really didn't already know that he sucks. So with that said, though, injuries for today that happened yesterday. Outside of Tyjae Spears with the concussion, not really much going on in that Titans game. Niners injuries, Nick Bosa, that's actually a big one. He really screwed up his hip. He was already injured coming into the game, so that's not good. James Conner, honestly, the fastest receiver in this team right now, is concussed, which is not good either. Keep going up. Curtis Jacobs, he also got concussed. I saw that in the Rams game. Outside of that, though, a ton of Raiders guys are injured. None of them being that crazy, but still not great. I keep going up. I don't really see anything too critical. Oh yeah, Mitch Morrissey got poked in. Yeah, that was a little rough. Outside of that, though, that's about it. Kevin King got concussed. That's not good. Darnell Mooney, I would say maybe he's back. I don't know. That was a pretty rough hamstring injury a couple weeks ago. With that said, though, Austin Seibert, I need him back for fantasy. He's been the best kicker. Jack Gibbons shattered his ankle. Not mistaken. I'm gonna look that up just to be sure. Injury, because that was a bad one. He would cut it off with that thing. He'll definitely not be playing the rest of the year, I'll tell you that. I think he's in a contract year, too, if I'm not mistaken. Probably not, but we'll see. A lot of guys questionable. I don't see anything crazy. Kendall Thor is concussed. Yeah, he's still concussed. Outside of that, though, a lot of ankle injuries around the league. Gabe Davis tore his meniscus. We kind of already knew he was not going to be playing for a while. So, yeah, that's definitely bad. I keep going up. AC Joy for Sam Laporta. Alexander Loney will be out until at least Week 17. Of course, that game will be in Monday Night Football in San Francisco. Of course, he broke his forearm in that blowout win. So, again, we'll talk about that a little bit more when we get there. But still, that obviously is not good for them. Browns are just a complete mess. DeJuan Jones, lower leg. I mean, he put him out of his misery, I guess. DJ Turner did break his collarbone, at least suspected. That's what I've heard. Miles Sanders broke his foot. I know that pretty definitively, or a stress fracture, one of the two. Charlie Warner, the tight end, also got concussed. With that said, though, that's really all I got for you guys in injuries here. Without a doubt, though, here's our first game, and I'll tell you this. If you were a Dolphins fan, you got to be pretty happy with how your offense performed. Here are the highlights anyway.
Over the years, they've had some classic matchups. The Raiders and the Dolphins. It's behind Tua in the backfield. Jonnu Smith in motion. They go to Smith. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. 6 minutes as that ball snaps. Achane explodes inside the 25. Spins inside the 20. Stiff arm to the 10. And he's dragged in from the outside. Tagovailoa drops back to pass. He's in trouble, breaks away, runs to the far side of the field, throws on the run, caught!
The slot to the left looks like, no, he just runs away from Ramsey now. You got the matchup you want.
Amir Abdul is in the backfield. They've got Bowers. Bowers is open for a first down. He sheds one tackle. They give it to Achane. Running left. He's got blockers. Untouched into the end zone. All day long. Keeping an eye on 89. Minshew underneath Abdullah, and he makes one man miss to the 5. Toward the end zone. Touchdown, Raider. The tight end in motion. Tagovailoa looking to the far side. He throws off his back leg. Middle of the field. Jonnu Smith wide open. He's trying to sprint his way toward the goal. Something happened with 3:19 to play, down 2 scores. Minshew quickly.
And the Dolphins were able to take care of business and move, of course, with their second straight win, knocking off the Raiders 34-19. Of course, that is their season high in points. And again, that's the best this offense has looked over there. I got some notes on this as well. Let me just refresh. Yeah, outside of that, though, I mean, again, like I said, they got their offense. This is the best this offense has looked this year. Of course, they will be having to do another hosting the Patriots next week. Of course, they beat them, I think, in the first one. Whatever, though. The Dolphins, obviously, were 2-6 a couple, just, honestly, what was it, 5 days ago, something like that. And obviously, they brought their A game against the Rams in a lot of ways and won that one, at least defensively. This week, maybe not as, attention to detail-wise as good, but it didn't really matter. They still, again, got the double-digit win. Closed it out when they needed to, got their second straight. Raiders, we already know they suck. They fall to 2-8. I already got something to talk about for them, but they're really bad. They'll probably play really bad against the Broncos at home next week. Let's see if they can avoid the sweep. Or not. Wait, did they beat them? No, they got crushed. Gardner Minshew did Gardner Minshew type things. He was a little more accurate than we saw last time out there. 30-43, though, 282, 2 touchdowns and an interception. Kind of some garbage time numbers overall, though. No, not really, though. They can't run the football, as we already know. Brock Bowers is the best tight end in the NFL. Argue with the wall. I'm not going to really go off that. Get 13 for 126 at a touchdown. He has been ridiculous this year. Already has the NFL record for rookie receptions as a tight end. That's just crazy. You might even break the NFL record without this offense is looking. Amir Abdullah, he had a nice touchdown there. Outside of that, though, nothing really going on. Jacoby Myers didn't really do much. Again, it was kind of a crappy game in that way. O-line overall didn't penetrate at all as a run blocking unit. There you go. Jack Jones was very busy at 7 tackles. Outside of that, though, I really don't care. Tyree Wilson at least recorded his first sack of the season. I actually see him doing something. Daniel Carlson didn't have to do much with his leg this week. No diddy, but still, okay. Tua was really good, 28 of 36, 288, and 3 touchdowns. Yeah, that's the best game we've seen out of Tua this year, at least numbers-wise. Running game, I guess it could have been better, but, that's what you're going to get out of it. Again, Devon Achane there, and only 3 carries. I mean, not very good, but only 3 carries for Raheem Mostert. Jalen Wright, actually, and more. That's interesting. Jonnu Smith, 6 for 101 and 2 touchdowns. I think Raheem Mostert's I don't even go off topic, but I think he's the oldest running back in the league, right? Yeah, he's 32. The only other reason he's still in the league, he can kind of break tackles, and he's kind of fast. Well, he used to be really fast. Yeah, but Jonnu Smith had a very good game. Of course, he had blown coverage touchdown. I don't know how long it was. Do I have that there? No, I do not. All I know is that it was a long touchdown, and yeah, it was long. Tyreek Hill, 7 for 61 and a touchdown. He had a nice one, I guess. Jalen Waddle still hasn't done anything since week 1. Outside of that, though, who cares? Defensively, Jordan Brooks was out there. Same thing with Anthony Walker. Jalen Ramsey owns the Raiders. He now has 3 interceptions off of them in his past 2 times, obviously being with the Dolphins, so it's a good nugget there. Kader Cole, good in the slot. Zach Sealer is one of the best defensive linemen in the league. Calais Campbell and Emmanuel Ogbah had their best games of the season, as well as Javon Holland having a little bit of a bounce back week after going all over the place last week. Not in a bad way, but No, he had another good week. Jason Sanders obviously had 2 field goals. And for what the team stats-wise, well, I mean, the Dolphins are better. They only outgained him by like 30 yards, which isn't too bad, though. Time of possession, yeah, you can definitely see that in Dolphins facet again, with them being 8 of 12 on third down. Neither of these secondaries were really that great overall. I get Joe Ramsey the interception, but again, they're playing a lot of soft coverage. It was actually a 57-yarder for John Smith. With that said, though, that's all I got for you guys in this one. Let's get to another game that was, it was a lot cooler, but still, the Jets suck.
Moving closer to kickoff here at MetLife Stadium. Colts and Jets. It's week 11 of the... Third down and 8. Pressure coming. Richardson looking deep. Downs is open, and he makes the catch. Richardson throws. Mitchell's got it. A.D. Mitchell off to the races at the 10. 5. Richardson keeps it himself, trying to get to the outside. Stiff arm on Clemens. Richardson! Conklin takes the snap under center. And let's see where they spot him. There was some great pushback by the Colts. Rodgers looking left, now comes back over the middle to Hall. He's got some room to run. First down, Hall, 10, 5, touchdown! Fake to Taylor. Richardson is hit and he lost the football. Kinlaw scoops it up. 2nd and 3, Adams in motion. Brees Hall, right side. He's got the first down and more. Inside the 10. For kicker in the last 4 weeks. And this one is good. Play fake. Yaboa, he's got it, and he's got a touchdown. Richardson to Downs at the 5, reaches, and he's in. Touchdown. Richardson pump fakes, now taking a deep shot for Pierce. He's open. Pierce is tackled at the 30. Richardson running left, blockers ahead. Richardson gets in. Touchdown.
Waiting a long time for this shit. Long time.
And the Indianapolis Colts, obviously led by Big Tony Richardson, get the bounce-back win. Of course, they're now 4-1 in their last 5 with him as starter, as they get a bounce-back win, snapping that 3-game losing streak to move to 5-6, still alive in that playoff race. They will have a big one next week, playing up against, or playing, I think. No. Who are they playing next week? I can't really remember. I'm a brick with this. Oh, they're playing the Lions. Of course, that'll be the second time in the last 3 weeks they'll be hosting a powerhouse, to say the least. The Jets fall to 3-8. They obviously are a miserable football team. They have now blown back-to-back games. Their defense has been horrible since they fired Robert Saleh. Just illustrating how dysfunctional. I mean, maybe the Giants are dysfunctional. The Jets are definitely dysfunctional, though, as they fall, of course, 3-8 there. Outside of that, though, notes-wise, yeah, Anthony Richardson, to say the least, was a lot better. Of course, 67% completion percentage there. Yeah, he was a lot better. Honestly, you could argue it's the best game of his career so far as well. Yeah, obviously the game-winning drive as well again there. 217 yards, a touchdown overall for him. The running game, it was challenged. Yeah, it was challenged to say the least. But still, Jonathan Taylor still worked it out. Big Tony obviously had 2 rushing touchdowns. Both bullied over some of those Jets defenders to get in the end zone. Josh Downs caught a touchdown. Yeah, he was out there. 5 for 84 overall, though. Alec Pierce had, again, a big catch on that game-winning drive. Michael Pittman Jr. still has yet to really do anything that really productive this year. Donnie Mitchell also had a big catch. Again, he almost fumbled, though, so that was bad. But still, Josh Downs, I think he had a big catch on the first drive. He was wide open in either way. I don't know what it is, but Shane Steichen can really dial up some guys wide open, or it's just bad coverage, which I honestly say it's like 4 different things, but let's not get into that. For this defense, Kenny Moore is arguably the best slot in the league. There's so many good slots now. It's like the I don't even know, the revolution of slot corners or something. Kwity Paye, 7 tackles, 2 sacks. He had his, I won't say the best game of the year, but I'm not very harsh on him, obviously. But, yeah, he did a decent job. EJ Speed had 9 tackles, very good in coverage. Jalen Jones is very sticky, as well as Leati Latu, the rookie, having a sack as well. Matt Gay had 3 field goals, 56 being the longest one. That was a very big one for the Jets. Aaron Rodgers is now at 33 straight games without throwing for 300 yards. If he can make it past Thanksgiving without getting tired, he will probably make it 3 straight years, or 3 years up to this point, without him being able to accomplish that mark. Obviously, this offense is broken because they don't really have a scheme, they don't have an identity, and they can't do anything. Brees Hall, best game of his season so far. I think I said that back in like week 2 or something, but yeah, he had a really good game. Kenny Oboa, also congrats to him, of course, third-string blocking tight end, who they should get out there a lot more. He's really athletic. Caught his first career touchdown. Outside of that, though, for this Jets defense, I mean, I guess, I don't care about Brees. Garrett Wilson and Devontae Adams did absolutely nothing. Well, maybe even fantasy for 13.2. It's still bad, though. They didn't penetrate up front really at all. Yeah, and they really lost the line of scrimmage game. I'd like to point out that out as well. But outside of that, I mean, Quinton Williams was good up front in terms of pressure, but that really didn't mean anything considering Javon Kinlaw was really just focused on, shedding blocks, which he did not do very well. Quinton Williams really struggled with gap control for like the first time we've seen in a while now. Again, out of college, I was concerned for him because he doesn't have natural eye discipline. But like 5-6 years later, I mean, I guess it comes back. Sauce Gardner did his thing. G.J. Reed, I guess, was okay. Jalen Mills somehow is still on this team. Of course, he saved a touchdown like last drive. Anders Carlson hit 58-yarder. Maybe he'll be their kicker. Greg the leg. Probably not having the leg after that surgery he had. No, I made that up. But still. 34 minutes possession for the Colts. Again, the bad fumble, but whatever. Outside of that, though, I mean, they just won. Yeah, that's kind of how it went. Very close game, though. So, I mean, Jets are developing. Oh, yeah, I think that also might be their highest point total of the season. I don't know that for sure, but I'm willing to put that out there. With that said, though, now let's get into the biggest blowout of the year so far. I mean, the last one was the Lions, too, but here's another 52-point outing from them against an AFC South opponent. Of course, them hosting them. Here were the highlights from the beatdown anyway.
From Detroit, CBS Sports presents the National Football League. Today, try to take the lead, and it's got the aim, and it's got the distance.
Making the call off of that.
Montgomery there, the call, second and goal, touchdown. Second goal with Gibbs. Bumped into right, bounces, touchdown. Second goal. Montgomery cuts, tries, right into the defense of Johnson. Touchdown. Montgomery's second today. Powered by Verizon. That's on Thanksgiving. Gibbs on first and 10. Fundraise with Jones. Cuts inside. Against the blitz, one of the best in the NFL. Here he is, 3rd and 7. Crumble. Pound for 6. Second down and 4. Blocked there by Sestra. It's caught by Jameson Williams. There he goes. Foot race with Miller. Foot race with Savage. It's the back. Lions have scored every time they've had it today. Look out. Caught for the touchdown. It's grabbed by Brock Wright.
Being able to carry that load.
Second one. Jones. Intercepted. Joseph. First and goal. Goff to the air. Caught for the touchdown.
We got active, real fast, post-traumatic. They got active, we got active.
And the Lions, like I said, just absolutely pulverized the Jags. There's no way around it. Again, that is the biggest win in Lions history and the biggest loss in Jaguars history. So there's something for you as well. Honestly, there's not much for the Jags in this one. They fought at 2-9. They are a horrible football team. No, yeah. Also, at least at this point, I mean, they still got some teams that are waiting to catch up. Because they're not bad enough just yet. The Jags. Again, just what was it? I'm going to be very contextual with this one. Less than like 2 years ago, technically last calendar year, they were sitting in Arrowhead. I think with a lead. Let me check. No, I'm not going to check. They were in a game against the best team that we've seen in the current era, the Kansas City Chiefs, having a chance to go to to knock that team off. Just last calendar year, keep that in mind. That absolutely being the Jaguars. Trevor Lawrence was there. Now, again, just a calendar year later, they are the worst team in football. Again, I get it's very, there's no context to that, obviously. But technically, right now, they're the worst team in the NFL. They're going on their bye week. See if they can't lose that one. They're probably going to somehow lose it. I'll tell you how you don't lose it. I'm not going to call for anyone's jobs, guys. Like there's no one should ever be doing that. It's not right. But there are things that Shad Khan could do, or Trent Baalke will probably just, I guess, immune to be getting to leaving the Jacksonville Jaguars organization again. He's just immune to that. There are things they can do to obviously move in the right direction, even if this was really bad. The Lions on their side, obviously, this was kind of a win you'd already expect them. They have now won 8 games in a row. We'll get to more into that in a second. Obviously, though, I think they have most yards they've had in a game, 645. It's ridiculous, as well as like 38 first downs. It's also ridiculous. But hey, they only left 50 minutes. The Jags were up from 3-0 for the first 10 minutes, something like that, though. Outside of that, though, yeah, there's not much to talk about the Jaguars. Yeah, they're the worst team in football though right now. Mac Jones did his thing. Running game was bad. Receivers sucked. I mean, Brian Thomas Jr. got hurt, but yeah, he did something. He's good. Defensively, they need to revamp that entire group. Cam Little hit 2 field goals as well as 59-yarder. Player of the game for sure. Lions, Jared Goff, after, you know, doing whatever the hell he did last week, 24 of 30, 29, 412, and 4 touchdowns. I mean, if he does this every week, guys, I mean, he has done this every week. It's almost like, why isn't he first place in the MVP? Oh, yeah, last week. But still, yeah, Jared Goff was great, obviously. Perfect passer rating again. It was bad defense, though. Running game was elite. 3 total touchdowns from the duo there. Amon-Ra is finally back. 11 catches, 161 yards, 2 touchdowns. I'm obviously exaggerating there. But still, Jameson Williams had like a 7-yard touchdown or something like that, of course. Getting him over 100 yards there. Jameer Gibbs also the big play, guys. This offense can do whatever they want. Brock Wright also scored to complement that. Defensively, obviously, Alex Anzalone being injured really sucks because he's the heart of that defense in a lot of ways. Brian Bradshaw, obviously, Swiss Army knife, had a great game. Amik Robertson seems like a guy who could be starting next week. Curry Joseph, is he the best safety in the league? I mean, maybe make an argument, at least this year. Carlton Davis is really a good guy in the boundary and press there as well. Outside of that, though, this defense didn't really have to do much. Jake Bates also hit a field goal. And I think I had something else. Lions passing defense has only allowed 7 touchdowns this year, which is really, really good. I think that's just the best in their history or something like that. I don't know about that, but still. Yeah, 69 yards, nice for that touchdown. Outside of that, though, yeah, big bounce back for Jared Goff, obviously. And yeah, honestly, I'd say Kirby Joseph, top 5 safety, we'll see. Doug Peterson, obviously, he's having a tough time there. They got out. Yeah, this is ridiculous. But outside of that, they controlled the clock for 40 minutes, 6-10 on 3rd down. Not really much else to talk about here, guys. Again, they outgained the Jaguars. I got to see that differential. 645 minus 170. Jesus. 475-yard difference. My God. They also had like 5 more yards per play, which is crazy. But with that said, yeah, it was a straight-up beatdown, and we didn't really expect much. Now let's get to the longest play of the year. Yeah, here was the Vikings and Titans highlights, if you already didn't know.
Gave him and picking up big yards. Football comes loose. Live ball. Aaron Jones, boy, looked like he had control.
The rookie, the man they took with the 5th-round pick out of Louisville. What a moment here. Boy, they nearly get to Darnold as he hits his man. Wide open, it's Addison. Darnold protected. Pocket starts to money. Darnold running for his life. Complete. First down. Trent Sherfield. Protect. Simmons coming. That pass incomplete. Addison was leveled by Baker.
You see number 44 come in.
So close and fine line that you'd like to see him throw, and we see Darnold go in for the touchdown there, guys.
On 3rd down. Levis taking a shot. He's got Westbrook and Keeney breaking free. And the Tennessee Titans. This will be the 7th play of the drive. 1st and goal. But maybe a little miscommunication. He completes nonetheless. Akers on the field. Here we go, Levis. Levis going down. Everything they do, the variation. They rush 4. Levis protected, spins away, guns it, and it's incomplete.
We got active, grew up fast, post-traumatic. They got active, we got.
Yeah, normal Titans. Oh, God, there was a 98-yard touchdown. Well, that was the most boring 98-yard touchdown I've ever seen. Whatever, though. Hope you guys enjoyed those highlights. Of course, the Vikings were able to knock off the Titans 23-13 in what was, of course, a 10-point victory for them. They're now undefeated against the AFC South this season. With that record, and now moving to their dazzling 8-2 mark. They have the Bears at home next week, of course. That game will definitely be interesting, but they could for sure win that, unless they're obviously flawed. I don't know, maybe they are. I think they got some easy ones after that, too. I think, no, they got Arizona. That game will be really fun to watch. Titans fall to 2-8. We obviously know they're not the most fun team to watch, but of course they are going to score 98-yard touchdowns in the most boring way possible. So, not boring way, most non-interesting way possible. There you go. They're playing the Texans next week. Let's hope they don't lose that one. Whatever though. Sam Darnold, 20 of 32, 246 and 2 touchdowns. He had a bounce back game in the biggest ways possible. Arguably his best game of the season, honestly, since or cleanest game at least. That's what I put since week 2 or week 3 actually. Whatever. It's been a minute since he's been this discombobulated. Cam Akers, good to see him doing absolutely nothing. Aaron Jones was out there, I guess. Sam Darnold also QB snuck there as well. Snuck into the end zone. He does a lot more than... Okay. Justin Jefferson, 6 for 81. He had a day and a half. Of course, now is the NFL record receiver for most yards. I think it's like 7,000, something ridiculous like that in his first 5 seasons. Jordan Addison had a 48. I think that's what I put. Yard touchdown. He hasn't done anything, but still. Oh, yeah, and we'll get to the Titans in a minute as well. Outside of that, though, yeah, he also kind of got bailed out because, I mean, I don't know what the hell they were calling with that unnecessary roughness. He just got absolutely plowed over in the end zone there. I mean, it was a really nice hit, too, by that Titans guy. I think it was Roger McCreary. That was completely bull crap call that. This game, honestly, should have been 16-13 there. Like, I don't know what the hell they were doing with Sam Darnold on that play. But, oh, yeah, Sam Darnold also broke some nice sacks as well. Trent Sherfield also had a nice catch. Yeah, Cam Akers scored. Oh, never mind. I'll shut up about that. But still, yeah, that's what's going on. Defensively, Aaron Van Ginkel, he owned, and I mean, owned that left tackle. It wasn't Petit Frere. It was the other dude. Or Petit Frere, if we were going to be, like, you know, French, I guess. But, yeah, no, he was good. Pat Jones was really good, too. Blake Cashman had a sack. Where's Jonathan Grenard? He had, like, 12 pressure. I don't know how he didn't have a sack. Harris Smith also had an interception. This defense was really good. John Parker Romo, that's a name. He had a field goal. For the Titans, first things first, why was Nicholas Petit Frere starting? I mean, guys, he got absolutely just, again, he was Nicholas, what is it called? Jonathan Grenard made him look like his little bro, so it wasn't good. Obviously, we already know about Little Bro State, but they're probably not going to be that because they're playing Michigan in a couple weeks, obviously. But back on track. Will Levis, 17 of, oh no, God. Yeah, half this team's offense, I also mentioned that, or a third of this team's offense came in that one touchdown. This offense is horrible, guys. But still, it was 47, whatever, 300 yards from Will Levis, touchdown, interception. Not 300, it was 295, but still. Running game, who cares? Again, Nick Westbrook, and then Calvin Ridley had a couple plays. Tyler Boyd is just not really good anymore. For this defense, they tried. I'll give you a participation trophy or sticker or whatever they do now. Was Skibbity Sigma things? I don't know. Nick Folk, yeah, he was out there. Team stats. Yeah, like I said, a third of the Titans' yards came on that touchdown. Outside of that, though, I mean, the Vikings were doing their own thing. And, yeah, obviously they won. So, yeah, that's really all we got for you guys this one. It was a little bit exciting, but, like, I don't know. There was some sloppiness, some not very good football played. But, yeah, that's all I got there. Now we get to, you know, the game. The Rams game. Yeah, here were the highlights from that. I'm happy.
Over 200 starts in the career of Matthew Stafford, just his second time to Foxborough. Meanwhile, Drake May is starting to take over here. This will be career start number 6.
Drops back, a man in coverage. That's through the hands of Kayshon Boutte. May, end zone shot. What a snare. Welcome back, Kendrick Bourne. Stafford rolling, throwing, end zone. Cooper Kupp touchdown. 5-man pressure. Oh, May got hit hard and lost it. Fake it to Williams. Stafford floats it. Nakua reaching, diving, holding on. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Here, chance for the end zone and can't burn too much time. Stafford floats it for Kupp, who tried a one-handed from Joshua Carty, the rookie, off the uprights. Put some speed on that one, and there goes Cooper Kupp to the house. Another strike.
Set the tone with low pad level and better tackling.
Stafford, back foot, slinging for Parkinson. What a throw. The snap off, they fake it to Stevenson. May, throwback, wide open, and guess who? It's the left tackle. Said that extra lineman was in there in City So off the right side. That's what makes that left man the end line eligible. Minute 55 left, third down and 13. May, teams outfield, nobody's looking for it. Cam Kitchens was ready for it, and that's your ball game right there.
I know how them lies hurt. I gotta keep my word. I say.
I mean, you guys asked, why are you happy? You guys beat the Patriots. Well, I mean, there's people, especially new. I'm gonna be honest, like guys, the Boston Globe, not the Boston Globe, whatever. There was some news outlet that like was raving about the Patriots defense. I don't really see it, guys. But still, Rams obviously in a very critical stretch for them, moved back to 500, knocking off the Patriots 20-22. Should not have been that close. I got some good stuff. Yeah, the Rams ending for this game was really bad. I don't know what it is. They aren't allowed to blow teams out. Like, I don't know what it is about that. Like, I guess they need, like, one of these and, like, the ref being, like, I mean, you guys know the Vikings game there. But they needed something like that to just win by double digits. It's ridiculous. Like, come on, guys. Like, finish off games. But still, they got the Eagles on Sunday Night Football next week. That, honestly, I think will determine their season. They win that game, holy crap, they're going to win the Super Bowl. I mean, maybe not that, but they're the best team to the Lions in the NFC if they're able to pull off, like, a big statement next week. But if they're not able to and they play, like, honestly, well, I mean, they were okay against this week. But last week, they're going to get blown out, and it's going to be like, yeah, you guys are toast. For the Patriots, I mean, Drake May played a little. Again, that's all you guys really wanted. He's got chicken, you know what to throw to, so, I mean, that's what you're going to get by that. But still, their defense didn't really look that great, to be honest with you guys. But still, they're down 3-8. They got a shot, I don't know, maybe ruin the Dolphins' season, spoil something, be a little bit rotten. Again, there's two types of teams, again, I think if you got, I don't know if you guys watch Game Day, but Pat McAfee's good on there, better than his actual. So now I'm not going to criticize that guy, but still, there's, I forgot. Well, Skip Holtz, I think, was the guy who said it. There's two types of teams, at least even at this point in the season. Well, not even that. Well, we don't even know yet. How about that? At least in college football, at least at this point. There's teams that are going to win something or teams that are going to try to stop teams from winning something. That's what the Patriots are right now, guys. So, if you're a Patriots fan, keep that mindset because, I mean, it's a really good one to have. Whatever, though. Matt Stafford had his best, no, I don't know. Yeah, it was his best game of the season. 18 of 27, I think that is 67%. I might be a little bit nerdy with that one. 300 yards, 295 to be exact, 4 touchdowns. Second 4-touchdown game of the season for him. Outside of that, though, he, played well. Sounds like a 7. Oh, yeah, speaking of that, I'll get to Drake May in a second, I guess. Do I got anything on the backside? No, so this is really it. Alright, either way, Kyron Williams was good. Still doesn't have a touchdown. 3 straight games. That might be the longest, at least since the started last year, with that streak. Puka, all this was in the first half. 7 for 123. Touchdown pulled, I guess it was Zay Flowers from like week 5 or 6 or something from that. Cooper Kupp, 69-yard touchdown. Nice. Was the longest Rams play and touchdown of the season. He went for 106 on 6 catches as well and also had a walk-in touchdown. Colby Parkinson, touchdown uncredited for, of course, Matthew Stafford's best throw of the game. And, oh, God, they took out that cameraman. Or camerawoman, my bad. Oof, I hope she's good, like, actually. But this, after that, this Rams pass rush is elite. They have the best young defensive line in football. You can't convince me otherwise. After that, though, the coverage obviously it's out there. A lot of bad calls. Joe McCullough got, it was crap there. Whatever, though. Braden Fisk was elite. Brown Run also had a sack. No sack from Kobe Turner or Jared Verse, but they were out there in a good way, obviously. Josh McCarty shanked that bad field goal. I mean, I don't even know what that was. Then he obviously, at the ending, like I said, no confidence in him. That's why he didn't get to kick that one to clinch the game. Hope he is better, I guess. Drake May, when he snaps the ball, sounds like a 7th grader trying to talk with a deeper voice. It is hilarious. I don't know if he actually is, but it wouldn't surprise me at all, especially with him. Again, and speaking of that, Patriots do have a long way to go. Like, let's not get that out of the equation. Running game. I mean, there's worse games in the league there. Kendrick Bourne, is he back? I hope he is, because they need somebody. Hunter Henry is their leading receiver. That's, oof. Valerian Lowe had a touchdown, though. That big boy man balling. Go watch that on with Marcus Spears. Defense, yeah, they were there. Joey Sly had 3 field goals. Also, Rams got shut out in the first, so that is very bizarre scoring there. Rams had over 400 yards of offense. Again, very balanced game overall. They averaged 8 yards per play. Oh, yeah, the Patriots also control time of possession, which is like the first time they've done that all year. Again, on top of 125 rushing, which is also really good. But 2 turnovers didn't help their case, obviously. The interception at the end there as well. With that said, though, good win for the Rams. I don't even know. They were bound on 3rd down. They got to figure that out. Whatever, though. Big game for the Rams next week. Patriots did your thing. Now let's get to another blow.
Set to face their former teammate, Jameis Winston, and the Cleveland Browns.
Let the defense know how the game's going to go.
4th and 1, and the Saints defense.
Quarterback.
2nd down and 7, he pulls it in, inside the 5, to the end zone. 1st down, now he throws wide open, it's Judy, across midfield, and still going. Jerry Judy inside the Saints 20, the 10.
Taysom Hill back at quarterback for the Saints.
Hill looking to throw. Going deep for Valdez-Scantling. Down and 1. Carr complete. Valdez-Scantling across midfield. Inside the 30. The 20. Down the sideline to the end zone. Spent some time on the Saints practice squad. About a decade ago. It is wide to the left. 27-yard attempt this time.
Oh,
brother.
Guy stinks!
On the backfield, so you know you can get in the yard with him.
And Hill will pick up the first down.
More.
And a Saints touchdown.
Be physical, make a tackle here.
Jumbo package remains in. Carr to the end zone. Jawan Johnson pulls it in. Winston to the end zone, looking for Tillman, incomplete, no flag. At our best when Taysom is involved in everything. And that is what we have seen today. Picks up another first down, still going.
I'm dirty, flew that bitch. I don't tolerate no disrespect, niggas.
And the Saints, I guess, took care of business. They figured out a way to blow out the Browns. It was Taysom time, obviously, there. They've been on their second straight after that 7-game losing streak. And Pat Rizzi, he's a Rizzler, I guess. Getting this team with another win. He's obviously stacking those up right now. Not going to get in that much more there. But the Browns obviously fall to 2-8. They are an awful football team. There's a lot of stats that are perplexing this one. Let me put it like that. Whatever, though. Yeah, they've got to play the Steelers at home on a short week on Thursday Night Football. That game's going to be rough. Hey, maybe they win, though, because, Jameis going off, and, I mean, we've seen stranger things there. They're also home. I might even pick them. I'm just going to say. Thursday Night Football preview, obviously, there as well. Saints, they got a game, I think. I don't even know. They're on their bye week there. It feels like they've already had one, but I guess not. Jameis Winston, 30-46, 395, and 2 touchdowns. He had a game and a half. At least a lot of it was garbage time, but still. Game and a half for sure. Nick Chubb, I just don't think he's the same running back, and I don't think we're ever going to see the same running back. And honestly, that might just be a good thing for him. No, it's not. But obviously, Nick Chubb, I just don't think the same guy. But hey, at least he had somewhat of a decent game. Oh yeah, Jerry Jeudy, I got something to talk about him. Oh yeah, not that. Yeah, he does look cooked. Yeah, how did Jameis throw for 400 yards? Again, it was garbage time, but still. All right, Jerry Jeudy, he scored an 89-yard touchdown. I don't know if there's another receiver in the entire NFL that has 2 touchdowns and more than 89 yards. He had one back in, I guess it was garbage game, back in 2020. During COVID, it was the last week of the season. He had a 92-yard touchdown versus the Raiders. They still lost, but, I just thought that was cool. Outside of that, though, yeah, we'll get to Taysom in a second. And, yeah, I'll get to another thing in a second. Yeah, that's about it. Either way, though, it was 92. Yeah, I think I got that right. Whatever, though. Outside of that, David Njoku contributed. Elijah Moore also had a touchdown. I do not remember that. Defensively, though, Devin Bush was okay, honestly, with you guys. He didn't miss many tackles. Martin Emerson Jr. was bad. Really, this whole defense was bad outside of him, though. Nice interception from Denzel Ward. I'll give him that, though. All right, Dustin Hopkins, I don't know what the hell's happened to him. I thought he was the best kicker in the league last year. Again, at least in my opinion, he was really, really good. I gotta get Brandon Aubrey with, all the holy crap. He was a kicker. He played college soccer or something like that. And again, he's all this good stuff. But, yeah, Dustin Hopkins, I don't know what the hell happened to him. He was so good last year. Outside of that, though, for the Saints, Derek Carr was really good. Again, it doesn't matter, though, because Taysom got me the arm punt. But outside of that, guys, I think there's a stat I put on there, right? Taysom, he put up 41 fantasy points. I think, yeah, he was, what was it called? I think it was something about the stat. He had obviously 138 rushing yards. Again, he had a game like this when they won. They beat I think it was the Seahawks a couple years ago when they beat them 39-32. And he had 4 rushing, something like that, ridiculous stats there. But he had 3 rushing touchdowns. This one, obviously, I think a 75-yarder, a 40-yarder. Ridiculous. But still, take some time in this one. Also has 8 catches for 50 yards. What the hell was that? Also, MVS, what have you done, bro? Come out of nowhere. Why is he so good? 3 touchdowns in the last 2 games. 3 plays of over 40 yards. I think a 71-yard touchdown this week. 67-yard catch last week as well as a 40-something-yard catch. As 40-yard touchdown, something like that. Alvin Kamara only got 16 carries, but no, I'm joking. He had a good game overall, I guess. Not really much as a receiver, though. Again, still really good stats overall for him, I guess. Foster Moreau, 3 for 50, though. Again, this was a wild game. Juwan Jennings had a touchdown as well. Johnson. I keep saying Juwan Jennings. Juwan Johnson. I might even just start calling him that. Saints, I don't know. Their season's been wild. Yeah. Still, I'm still confused, but yeah, they're 2-7-2. Yeah, back to back. Whatever. That's actually kind of a good formation. I might even do that. Whatever though. The defense, I really don't care how they played because they really didn't have to play well, but still, overall the defense did a decent job. With that said, though, for the team stats, both teams had a lot of yardage. Again, they also they get 2 turnovers there. But again, when you think about it, a lot of points and a lot of Taysom Hill, so that was good too. Garbage time at the end there too. But yeah, good big time offensive showdown from this contribution from the Saints. And yeah, let's see if they can follow it up off the bye week. With that said, though, now let's get to honestly the second best game of the day if we're gonna really put it out there.
In Chicago, it's an NFC North battle, the oldest rivalry in the league. The Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears, and we say, welcome the NFL on Fox. Good to see you.
First, you got an arm on him by safety, gets a quick
Quick throw, end zone, it's caught. There's a penalty, so hang on. It's Reed if it counts. Love guns it all high, and it's picked off at the goal line. Terrell Smith, room to roll. Bringing Kramer as a fullback is an O-lineman. They're going to give it to Johnson. Oh, I don't know that he got there. He did. Signal is a touchdown. The Bears are finally. Jacobs up the middle and in. Touchdown, Green Bay. Here's Swift. Foot race. Touchdown, Chicago. Play pass. Love rolling, looking for Watson. Double coverage down there. Christian Watson came down with it. Love looking in deep trouble. Escapes. Going to try and run for it himself. No way to go, and he's not going to get there. They come with a blitz. Love sees it over the middle. Watson diving catch. Gets up. He's not touched. He can run, and doing so inside the 30. Cuts back. Christian Watson leaping over people inside the 15. What a play. As the quarterback sneak, Jordan Love being shoved in, and he's in. Looks like man-to-man coverage. 4th and 3. Game on the line. Williams lofting one for a doozy. He caught it.
Right? 20 years for 90 grams of ice. No hit.
And in what was, of course, the second straight week with a walk-off blocked field goal. Obviously, the first time that's ever happened, at least since the merger. The Packers, of course, escape Chicago with their 11th straight win against the Bears. Moved to 7-3. Bears fall to 4-6. Yeah, they're in a weird spot. I had a stat for them as well. Yeah, there we go. Whatever though. The Packers obviously have been mad shaky the past couple weeks. Again, this game really just exemplifying that. But of course, they're at escape and move to 7-3. We'll break down their schedule and literally just long term for them in a minute. Bears fall 4-6. I want to talk about them as well. Obviously, they've lost 4 in a row now after bye week. They scored a touchdown. Whatever. Caleb Williams. There we go. Caleb Williams hasn't scored a touchdown in the United States since week 5, which again, if you really don't take notice on that, that's like been a while. So yeah, since week freaking 5, that's crazy. But DeAndre Swift popped off, and yeah, they scored. Oh, they also scored their first touchdown since week Since week 8 or something like that. With like it was like 11 quarters, something like that. Jesus. At the end of the first half. With that said, though, for the Packers, Jordan Love was kind of all over the place. A lot more aggressive than reckless, though. So, again, that bye week really put him in the right spot. Interception was woeful. That was a really bad play. But the touchdown was good. Running back game, Jordan Love decided that he could run the football. He had a touchdown. Really bad 4th down decision. I guess not really, but still, that kind of hurt them there. Josh Jacobs also ran in a touchdown. He was very physical overall. They gave him the Brock, obviously. Christian Watson, I don't know what the heck happened to him, but he started making huge plays. Had 150 receiving yards overall. Josh Jacobs being their second leading guy. Romeo Doubs really struggled to catch the football. And Dontavian Wicks did not catch the ball. Of course, Jane Reed had the only receiving touchdown the entire day. Defensively, Xavier McKinney kind of was a box safety in this one, considering the Bears didn't really push the ball on the field really that much at all. But it worked out for them when it came down to it. Javon Bullard had 8 tackles, sack from Rashawn Gary, sack for a lot of guys, actually. They got some good pressure, as expected. Outside of that, though, didn't really see much from the corners. That's really what I'd say. John Alexander obviously being out doesn't help that either. When I look at that, outside of that, though, Jordan Love again looked a lot more composed. What did I write here? Yeah, we'll get to the Bears in a second. First, yeah, got that confused. Oh yeah, we'll get to that as well. Second, yeah, blah blah blah. I already talked about that. Yeah, 2 clutch big plays. Either way, though, back on track for the Bears. Caleb used his legs a lot. I think that really helped him out as well. And got him out to the pocket. Again, it was kind of very straightforward what they needed to do there. But obviously, Matt Eberflus loses the Bears now 2-11 division, worst record in the NFL. This is 2022, obviously, for any NFL team or any NFL coach in that span. As well as the fact that again they have not won a game against the 11 straight losses against the Packers. Their last win being back in 2018 when again they got only Aaron Rodgers only threw 2 picks that year. They got a pick off from that week. Also clinched the NFC North again. That just exemplifies how good their defense was that year. But The Bears play the Vikings again at home next week. KO overall was really good. Obviously, a huge, you saw that clutch fourth down throw. Running game, got a big run by DeAndre Swift. Rashawn Johnson, obviously, the game, guess, go-ahead touchdown, something, whatever you want to call it there, to keep them, again, in a good spot there. Romeo Dunze, obviously, 6 for 65, was their leading receiver. DJ Moore hasn't really done anything the past couple weeks. Keenan Allen's old and slow and washed. And outside of that, the defense was good. I don't really want to talk about them, though, because I don't think they were really schemed up in the right spots a lot of the time. But that's just me. Interception from Terrell Smith. Missed field goal by Cairo Santos. I mean, again, it was whatever, but still, again, it was the block. I kind of sped there. He had a 51-yard release. He's been their best kicker in a while. Yeah, yeah, I'm being a little sped there, geeked, I guess. Outside of that, though, yeah, there's a crap ton of stuff I wrote down here. Yeah, alright. We'll get to the Packers, I guess, right now. You guys can see the stats, obviously. None of them are really that crazy. Outside the Bears are actually 9 of 16. They also get game control, 36 minutes there on the clock. But for the Packers schedule, because I really want to talk about this. Here we go. Alright, Packers schedule as it stands right now. I think we talked about it. Whatever, though. Packers schedule. Alright, I got to bring that back up. Okay, Packers schedule. Here we are. They obviously have already had some games. But then they got the Niners on America's Game of the Week next week. Then they play the Dolphins on Thanksgiving night on a short week. They are in Lambeau at home, though, so back-to-back home games there. Those are crucial for them. Then they go to Lions. They're not Lions next week. It's a full week because, again, they're playing on Thanksgiving there for Thursday Night Football. That game, more or less, will probably decide the division unless, again, the Vikings hang around there. Seahawks, obviously, on Sunday Night Football. I think then they got Monday night against Packers or against Saints. These two games should absolutely be games they should be able to win. Then they got the Vikings and Bears at the end of the season. Let me put it this way. Their schedule doesn't get any easier. They're playing virtually five straight games. They're going to be in front of the entire country. They've got to show they're a really good team. I think they're a wagon still. I get that. But that was not a good game they played today, guys. And if they play like that again the rest of the season, there are going to be games they're going to lose, especially in front of this whole country and stuff. It's got to be better, guys. That's all I got for you guys here with the Packers, though. They got some huge games coming up. See if they can do something about it. There we go. Now let's get to, obviously, the game that we thought was going to be really good in the 1 o'clock window, but ended up just being a complete trash heap, as honestly some actually expected. Here were the highlights from it anyway, though.
JB Acrisure Stadium is going to be electric today. The Ravens and Steelers in a battle for first place in the AFC North.
Handoff. Henry turns it upfield. Very close to a first down. Loses the ball. Accurate kicker in NFL history. And the kick. No good.
To create more blocking.
Harris is in. And Harris is stopped. Ravens take over. He had been Mr. Automatic throughout his career. 50-yarder. Tucker. The struggles are real. It ends. Extra offensive lineman. They go tight. Handoff. Henry slams it in there for the touchdown. Their lead. Made a 59-yarder in warm-ups. Boswell drives it. And he connects. Under 3 minutes to go in the third. Second and 15. Harris back in. Wilson, it's a moonshot, and it's caught by Pickens. Wilson steps up, spin around. Wilson avoids it. Wilson looks, a floater. Jackson, deep drop, timing route, drops it in the bucket, caught by Hill. Steelers fighting for the football, they come away with it. Jackson slings it, end zone, touchdown, Baltimore. Zay Flowers. Jackson keeping it. Jackson. Jackson tosses. Incomplete. Snapping. Fields. Give it up. Najee Harris. He's got enough for the first down.
Your ass baked if you jump in the mix. I ain't talking music. I buy drums and go and pay for hits. Give me those.
Alright, yeah, it took me a second there. But it also took the Steelers offense to score touchdowns. Oh, wait, they didn't. But it doesn't matter. They're, of course, now 2-0 in the NFL this season without scoring a touchdown. That's crazy. Of course, did that back in the kickoff week against the Falcons on the road. Also scoring 18 points. Also having a great defensive showing. The rest of the NFL is actually 2-19 in that. Yeah, 2-19 in that stretch as well. But anyway, Steelers obviously 6th field goal win here. All Chris Boswell as well. So technically Chris Boswell is is defeated the Ravens if you think about it. But still, they're a legit team, guys. You can't tell me they played against two. We'll see how good the Commanders are. They played against two at least decent teams overall, and they won both of those games. They got you got to give the Steelers some credit there, guys. Like they're a pretty solid team, obviously. And if they lose to the Browns, that'll all be gone. But hey, we'll see what happens. Obviously, they got the Browns on Thursday Night Football on a short week there in Cleveland. Not gonna be easy for them, but hey. Well, I mean, it should be easy, but it might not be. Ravens, I mean, guys, what the hell was that? They're obviously after the worst start. Again, I mean, they did the same thing with Lamar a couple years ago, but they got injured, so that's not great. Whatever, this offense had the worst game of the season. Like, that's how it went, guys. It's only 16 points, obviously. Lowest scoring output of the season for them there. They obviously fall to 7-4. They've lost a lot of close games. They've lost a lot of games they should have won, or not a lot of games. They lost games they should have won, obviously. This game, obviously, being one of them. You saw that fourth down there as well. Again, or not the fourth down, the two-point conversion. They're not very good at, I mean, they stopped them last week, so I guess it's kind of karma. But still, they're playing a team next week. I don't know. They're playing the Harbaugh Bowl. Oh my God, that game's getting a lot of hype, and it should. Obviously, on Monday Night Football there. Lamar touchdown, I guess was okay there at the end of the game, but still, strong complete passes because that Steelers secondary is very stingy. They are the best defense in the NFL, in my opinion, at this very moment. Outside of that, though, the interception wasn't great. I mean, it wasn't really his fault, but I mean, nah, it was whatever. He did throw it for a couple yards though. Running back wise, I mean, they don't get the ball to Derrick Henry. That's part of the reason this offense, again, when they lose games, Derrick Henry is getting the ball at the right times. Did have a touchdown at least, though. That was bad grammar. Isaiah likely did some stuff. Obviously, Zay Flowers with the, guess, technically game-tying touchdown, or at least game opportunity-tying touchdown. Outside of that, though, no, got something about Chris Boswell there. Second, yeah, I talked about that. Yeah, Lamar was contained in this one, guys. That's a good thing. Offense has to be more committed to the run. That's all Todd Monken, guys. He does get a little bit pass happy, which will be a bad thing for them. Defensively, Kyle Hamilton is the best safety in the league. I told you guys about Kirby Joseph. Well, screw that. Kyle Hamilton is the best safety in the league. Roquette with 13 tackles, 2.5 sacks from Odafe Owe. He was a beast in this one. Interception from Marlon Humphrey. That was great. I mean, not really. It was thrown right to him, but still. Broderick Washington also had a sack. Outside that, though, this defense kept this offense in the game. There's no way around it. If they can play like this actually later weeks in the season, that's good. So, as bad as this game might have went for the Ravens fans overall, because, I mean, you just lost to a division rival. Again, it sucks. Of course, Lamar, again, 5 touchdowns, I think like 11 turnovers. I pulled that out of my head. Again, I guess the Steelers' worst by far stats in the league against any team in his career, obviously. Also, Lamar is now 1-4 against Steelers in his career. He is yet to win at home. That was only one time. Whatever, though. Justin Tucker, the struggles are real, as you saw from Iron Eagle in that in those highlights. It's true. Justin Tucker is really bad now, I guess. With that said, though, as bad as this game went for the Ravens, guys, again, if you're a fan, you get sucks to lose to a division rival. Again, getting back on track here. Your defense played well. That's a good thing. So, kind of a silver lining, but a really good silver lining if I'm a Ravens fan. Steelers-wise, we got Chris Boswell to talk about. Outside of that, though, yeah, I'm going to talk about Payson Wilson if we want. Yeah, we'll talk about that. Russell Wilson might have played them out of the game, but he did get sit enough to win. He had a couple beautiful throws. Running game really struggled to get rolling early. It kind of worked later. George Pickens had a very good game production-wise, 8 for 89. Outside of that, though, no one really stepped up. Defensively, Minka was very good on the deep half. Again, really confusing Lamar Jackson a lot. Now, again, Lamar was, I'm not going to get into that because that would actually be pretty bad. Pass rush was really inconsistent. I mean, they did a really good job containing T.J. Watt. He did have a nice sack, though. Peyton Wilson, 2 tackles and an interception. I mean, the interception was just a crazy pick. Obviously, that being the play of the day as well. I kind of had to pick something. That's why I picked that. But yeah, it still was a great play. Not trying to take anything away from that. Chris Boswell is the best kicker. No, he's not the best kicker in the league. He's one of the best kickers in the league. 6 of 6 though on the field. Obviously, 57 yarders, which of course would be the record if, again, he didn't have a 59-yarder against the Jets a couple years ago. I think that was actually the difference in that one as well. Whatever though, this game was kind of a good one, so I'm just going to say that. Yards play obviously went to the Ravens. They're a lot more efficient than the Steelers on a down-and-out basis. But of course, 3-to-1 turnover ratio in favor of the Steelers, as well as controlling the clock for 36 minutes. Got them this victory. It should not have been this close. They play well overall, but again, that's kind of how games go, so I'm not going to really get into that thing there. But with that said, Steelers really cement themselves again with a game-and-a-half lead in the division. Obviously, the Bengals really didn't do anything about it either on Sunday Night Football. We'll get to that later. With that said, let's get into our later window. First, starting out with the game that I actually expected. Maybe not the score, but at least from what we saw.
A respite before the pitched battle between veteran quarterback Kirk Cousins and Denver rookie quarterback Bo Nix begins in a game with Rocky Mountain High importance.
Mims in motion into the backfield. Fake the give to Mims. Nix to throw. Wide open at the 5 and in
is Nate Atkins. Nix, just a three-man rush, floats it out wide open down the sidelines. Marvin Mims into the secondary and inside the 2nd and 4. Another opening for Williams. Williams with the power at the end of the run. Driving to the 2, pushing to the 1. Play of this Denver drive. Mims the motion man. Mims gets the toss. Blockers in front. Mims to the 5. Mims to the end zone. Denver touchdown. Quick toss. Franklin inside. Touchdown. Denver.
Wind the clock out late.
Nix on the roll and a dart to the 30-yard line. Courtland Sutton on the run. Or rather down the sideline. Little Jordan Humphrey.
This beat hard as hell. What up, Primo?
About these ice cubes,
Jeez, I don't know where that came from. But the Broncos get a statement W at home, blowing the doors off the Falcons 38-6. Holy crap. This was a butt spanking. There's no way around it. I think that's like the 3rd or 4th win at home by double digits. They've actually had some pretty big blowout wins, to say the least. I gotta look at the notes. Yeah, third, at least from what I've seen, 3rd blowout win again. The Panthers, obviously, and Raiders aren't very good teams, but still, they have blown out 3 teams at home this year. Obviously, the Falcons are frauds. They moved to 6 and 5. They're on the bye week next week. They got a lot to think about and not good things to think about. They're just not a very. They're honestly don't play well together. And again, Raheem Morris, I love you, bro, but like, come back to the Rams this year. No, I'm joking. Don't come back. But still, we got Chris Schwab. I don't even know. They didn't really play well. And again, they've lost. What is it? 2 in a row, 3 out of their last 5 or something like that. They're not playing good football. Broncos obviously have played a lot better football than what we've seen, obviously. This offense is completely woken up. Maybe if this defense doesn't fall off early at all, they might have a shot at doing something this year, which was not expected, to say the least. But again, I'm like, they're a team, they got a really good defense. I mean, Bo Nix, he's a franchise quarterback. I just said it. I think he'll be there for the next at least 5 years. Okay, he's kind of old, but still. The offense is coming along a lot better than anyone expected this year. Like, a lot better. And when that happens, the fact this defense, again, is really good, at least schematically, Vance Joseph does a great job with this group, they honestly have a shot at doing something. I don't know if they'll be able to, again, hold on to the wild card spot, but we'll have to just wait and see for that. Kirk Cousins had one of his worst games of the season. He was a statue in the pocket, as always, but not a good statue. Running game was non-existent. They really struggled to do anything. Again, Alligator not being out there really hurt them, I think, in a lot of ways. Drake Leonard had one big play, but it really didn't matter because they didn't really take advantage of it. Kane Ellis was very good against the run, but Jason Bates really wasn't the same guy we used to see in there. Yeah, I don't know why I went that accent, but still, I guess rolled with it there. Got to do that in life. Matt Judon, I did not realize he had a sack. He has done absolutely, guys, gosh darn nothing this year. Outside of that, though, this defense just isn't very good. Young Oku also had 2 field goals. I don't know why I'm so doing that, but still. Yeah, they are elite, but they're not. When they commit to the scheme, obviously that being Vance Joseph there. Oh yeah, Bo Nix. I did get a stat for him. He is the only other than obviously Payne Manning. He is the only quarterback in Broncos history. Yeah, keep in mind this is John with LA too here. To throw 75, have a 75% completion percentage, 300 yards, 3 or more touchdowns, multiple times in the season for the Broncos, which is really good because that shows you he's actually a good quarterback. Devontae Williams had a touchdown, as well as this whole entire receiving room. Everyone played well. Marvin Mims obviously with a pretty long touchdown there in garbage time. Little Jordan Humphrey always scores a big play at home sometime. Troy Franklin, I think that might be his first career touchdown. Nate Atkins, the fullback, did something. I mean, guys, is even the fullback? They have 2 fullbacks, guys. Again, this offense is just honestly really good game. Courtland Sutton obviously being their #1 guy. Overall, great performance, guys. You can't really complain at all about how they played. Defensively, like I said, they're already elite. Don't really need to go too deep into that. Will Lutz hit a field goal as well. Overall, fantastic win for the Broncos, guys. Enjoy it. Had 400 yards of offense for like the 3rd time in like 5 weeks, something like that. I might have made that up. But either way, 6 of 11, 3rd down for the Broncos, obviously, as well. Fantastic win. Now let's get to a game that I just had to laugh because, I mean, it was hilarious.
It's a divisional matchup here in the NFC West as the Seattle Seahawks travel to Santa Clara to take on the San Francisco 49ers.
Bringing an extra man out of the secondary here, and Purdy runs away from it. One-on-one to the pylon, a dive! He is in for the touchdown!
7 for 7, couple of those completions like that, using the legs to buy time. On 2nd and 5, clean pocket, tipped in the air, and intercepted! Uses his legs to keep it alive. Lets it go. It is intercepted. He threw it right to him. Isaac. This time he's well protected. There it is, Metcalf over the
top of Yadam. It's Walker, left side, and in for the Seattle touchdown and the lead. On 2nd and goal. Fake to McCaffrey. Bootleg Purdy. Wide open, guess who? Jawan Jennings. It had to be Jennings to finish this.
You need all three to get the ball back.
Handed off. Charbonnet. I don't know. That 49ers defense puts up a wall. Under 20. Smith back to throw. Smith takes off. Geno Smith. End zone ahead. Touchdown Seattle.
The niggas' mamas, nigga. Jumped off the porch, me and my niggas, son.
Oh my god, bro. Seahawks, though. They get back to 500. I don't know how they did, but they did. They knock off again a very, very, very shaky Niners squad that I just honestly, just straight up, honestly, in reality, guys, they're just not that good. Again, if you saw that play with Fred Warner's helmet, I don't know if you did, but if you did, I think it's in the highlights. Go back in, I guess, and watch it. But his helmet is just completely off. The Niners are a broken football team, guys. That tells you everything. Like, there's nowhere around it. This team is just, they're just not it. Like, that's how I'll put it. Hawks on the other side, again, they got the Cardinals in a huge game. I think they are at home. I don't know for sure, though. I think they're home next week, right? Yeah, they are. They got a big game there. They're gonna have to find a way to win that one again. They already hadn't won a game in the division, I think, yet, if I'm not mistaken. That's a game that's gonna be huge. So a big one for them, obviously, this week, salvaging the season series there against the Niners, who again followed 5-5. They are gonna have to bring their A game if they even want a shot to beat the Packers next week. Honestly, just gonna be honest with you guys there. With that said, though, again, we'll get to the Niners in a minute. They got some stuff to talk about there. So yeah, Seattle, they got it done in a virtual must-win. Like I said, are already 0-2 in the division. Cardinals series next 2 of the next 3 weeks. That will really be telling you if this team is going to turn around their season. Niners, they're not that great, honestly, with you guys. No injury excuses. Now 1-3 in the division. The Hawks isn't inconsistent, or what did I write? I don't even know. Isn't consistent. Yeah, that's a game, guys. Guys, this is a game they gotta win. They obviously weren't able to do that. Outside of that, though, Geno obviously with the game-winning touchdown. He's a dog. I mean, guys, it's Geno Smith. Also was very accurate. The interception was really bad, but after that was really good. K9 got a couple of nice carries, also had a touchdown. JSN had, I think, third straight week with 100 yards, something like that. 110 catches, 110 yards. DK also had a big play. Tyler Lockett's kind of fading out of this offense. Not in a bad way. He's just old. Ernest Jones with 13 tackles, good against the run. The rest of the defense overall played well, though. I'll say that. They're very disciplined. Byron Murphy, my bad, was really good. Draymond Jones is really playing well as a versatile guy there off the edge. Again, playing a lot more in the 3-tech, but still. Derek Hall, very versatile guy there as well. Not in the fact that he's a good pass rusher, but they're using him in the right way. Jonathan Higgins also had an interception. Jason Myers had a 57-yard bomb. Then for the Niners, again, I already talked about their issues. We'll talk about the biggest one in a minute, or most concerning. Brock Purdy, first game of the season under 200 passing yards. He was not aggressive whatsoever. They lacked a lot of big plays. That's just the best way to put it on offense. CMC, overall, I guess, was good, but, this has got to be more explosive than this, I guess, at least for him. Brock Purdy, obviously, with the touchdown run to open up the game. Not literally, but obviously the first play there. Jawan Jennings, 10 for 91, touchdown. I guess he had a better week than we've seen past couple weeks. Steve-O kind of got contained, and, yeah, they didn't have a tight end. Ricky Pearsall got held without a catch. Defensively, they just aren't creative, and they don't really seem like they're, I won't say not motivated, but it doesn't seem like they trust each other. And when that happens, it's kind of hard to win games. They have Malik Mustafa and Romero Green are flying around the field. They don't really give a crap. And you got a guy like Diamond Lenore who's very conservative tackler. I like that. But again, there were some plays that's a pick six if you really wanted it. Jericho Brown, again, he was good overall. Again, without Nick Bosa, this pass rush really isn't the same group. Leonard Floyd, very compliment guy, but as the number one, won't get consistent pressure. Fred Warner, again, the broken helmet, obviously, but Turco Espontos also had a sec. Haven't heard about him in a while. Jake Moody was, I guess, a little bit better. Not this, again, he's a Moody kicker, obviously. Team stats-wise, I really don't give a crap about this because it was actually probably relevant, to be honest with you guys, in this game. When it comes down to it, though, the Niners are associated with four of the worst teams, at least in their franchise's history. The Niners are going to have 3 blown leads this season in the final 2 minutes against division opponents, tied for the most since an NFL merger. The only 4 teams that have done that are the Carolina Panthers in 2001. That's the worst team the Panthers have ever trotted out there in a season. 1-15 Chargers in 2000. Also the worst team the Chargers have ever trotted out there. Same thing with the Ravens since their relocation at 4-12, and then a 3-13 Commander squad. Now, I wouldn't say it was the worst team in their history, but at least one of the worst there. Simply put, guys, the Niners are not a good football team right now. They're not horrible, but they ain't that great. That's the best way to put it. And not being explosive on offense is going to kill them if they're not able to step up here. Because, again, there are going to be games where this defense just isn't playing. And they played well in this one overall. Yeah, the last drive sucks, but Niners got to score more than 17 points, guys. If you're a Niners fan, you got to be worried. But I'll say this. It's not over yet. Prove me wrong next week against the Packers. With that said, though, now let's get to the two biggest games, and the two best games, honestly, of the night.
Oh, what a scene, what a day. Great to have you with us. Kansas City and Buffalo just seconds away from getting started. The best rookie out of Texas. Now 2nd and 3 for Mahomes. Thought about it now. Unloads it. He's picked off with his first attempt. 1st and goal. Cook gets the handle. Cook turns it in for the touchdown. 73 here. We start the second with Mahomes dumping it off to Worthy. His speed's going to get him to the pylon. Should be a touchdown, and it is. 2nd and 11. Pressure. Got it away deep. Hawks! 5 yards out. Handoff. Cook trying to find it for the second time, and he does. As Mahomes loads it up to a wide open Worthy again.
Oh, he didn't keep his foot in, Jim.
They say he's out. Down. Lobs it. Intercepted. Intercepted by Connor.
Look, end up there after all the eye candy motions.
Here's the snap. Back to Mahomes. Quick throw. Touchdown, Kansas City. Big time blitz. Allen throws. Has his target. Samuel takes it home for the touchdown. This time they're going up top. Throws. End zone. Gray has his second touchdown catch of the game. Fakes left. Now taken off. Gonna run for it. He got it. And there he goes. Inside the 10, the 5. Oh, the play of the year in the NFL. Now the important PAT. And it's a 2-score margin. Mahomes retreats to the 25, steps up, desperation time, and it's intercepted!
They finally did it! Yes! I mean, like... No, we lost! Man! Alright. The Bills, they get it done. They're like, okay, enough with this bull. I'm not going to finish that. But the Bills knocked the crap out of the Chiefs, or nothing, the snot out of the Chiefs, with a 30-21, two-score win over the Kansas City Chiefs in the most decisive way possible. They have now won 6 in a row, and they are a wagon. They have a very good shot at being the 1 seed again if the Chiefs just, I don't know, stumble, which is very possible. But they, of course, are now at 9-2. They will be playing, not next week, but the next week after that. I don't even know who they're playing, but they're playing someone in 2 weeks. Chiefs, they fall to 9-1. They've got a game next week against the Panthers on the road. They're going to probably be favored by 20, but still, that game will be interesting there. But of course, they lose their first game of the season, obviously. 7 again, you saw in the intro, the 73 Dolphins are sipping their champagne, are still the only undefeated team in NFL history. But with that said, Chiefs fans, you're going to lose at some point, so it was going to happen again. I mean, if you didn't lose this one, it might not happen for a while, but still, you're going to lose one at some point, so this is the game you're going to lose. So that's where I got there. After that, though, I got some notes for this one. Again, it's pretty straightforward overall. Oh, yeah. Mahomes now has the most interceptions in the league. I mean, the last one was kind of desperation, but still. Had 2 overall in the game. 3 touchdowns at least, so I guess that's some pretty good numbers there. Kareem Hunt, I still don't know how he's a starting running back in the NFL, but he is nonetheless. Xavier Worthy should have had another big play, but he still at least had a touchdown for him. Obviously, Noah Gray had 2 touchdowns. Justin Watson, 2 catches for 26 yards. Also, guys, here's a funny thing, story I got. So, what is it called? One of my friends, he traded Jamar Chase for Xavier Worthy earlier today. He thought it was for what's the dude? Oh yeah, I forgot. Whatever. He basically tried. He made that trade, and that's what happened. But still, it was just funny because Xavier Worthy here. With that said, though, the O-line was not great. I mean, Jawan Taylor, what the hell is that? But still, the Chiefs obviously lose their first game of the season. The offense was honestly not even that bad, to be honest with you guys. But still, defensively, there was going to be a game where they weren't that good. Shamar Connor, a nice interception, but again, overall, they didn't tackle well. They got bowled over by Josh Allen. He's an elite quarterback, guys. He burned them in a lot of ways, and that's honestly what we're going to see with this defense. That again is kind of getting fatigued considering they carry this team every week. Mahomes played better. But yeah, obviously, Mahomes is the most interceptions in the league at 4 at 11. My bad. I don't know where that came out of. All right, that was just a made-up number there. Outside of that, though, again, Josh Allen, that rushing touchdown, that was got to have been the play of the year, guys. I mean, that was crazy. That rushing touchdown, 26-yard on 4th down. He is the, oh yeah, also, with how Lamar played, or not Lamar, but how the Ravens that played this in this week, you got to say Josh Allen's the favorite for the MVP, right? I mean, the numbers suggest that. I mean, maybe he has a lot more interceptions now, because again, it was like ridiculous first couple weeks. But obviously big touchdown throw as well there. But again, with this win, you can't tell me he's not the MVP favorite, right? I mean, I just had to put that out there. Either way, though, first, again, Chiefs lost, first loss since Christmas, snaps that 15-game winning streak. First team to put up over 28 points on the Chiefs, or at least 20 points on the Chiefs offense against the Chiefs in the last 30 games, which is just really crazy. Yeah, like I said, with the MVP thing there, Bills D is top 5. I wouldn't say they're elite, but they are top 5 just because of the talent they've got. Overall, though, the receivers played one of their better games of the year. Again, James Cook did have 2 touchdowns, very red zone effective there. Teron Johnson's, again, arguably the best slot in the league just as well there. The fact that, again, Terrell Bernard was very good against the run. 8 tackles, sack, also an interception. Taylor Rapp also had an interception, too. As the fact that, Christian Benford and Rasul Douglas are both lockdown guys at corner there. DeMar Hamlin also had a pretty solid game overall, even if he didn't have to contribute too much. Outside of that, though, yes, I honestly can tell you this, guys, right now. These two teams will be playing, I don't even know, here or in Kansas City. They're going to play the AFC Championship for the Super Bowl, to be honest with you guys. Yeah, Mahomes 1-4 versus the Buffalo's 3-0 in the playoffs. Again, first loss in Buffalo ever as well. But yeah, something crazy, I guess. But I think these two teams are playing. I'm already even guaranteed. I don't even care what happens the rest of the season. I'm just gonna say these two teams, unless he can bargain something crazy like Mahomes tears his ACL or Josh Allen gets I'm not gonna runs over a car or something. He literally runs over a car. I don't really see how they're not playing each other. With that said, though, again, as big as a game as it was, and again, everything talked about, again, we know how good both these teams are. It's not anything crazy. Again, big loss for obviously the Chiefs. But with that said, honestly, the Sunday night game might have been better. Oh yeah, here were the highlights from that.
The sun has just set on another beautiful day in Southern California. And the fans are settling in at spectacular.
First and 10 at the 29. Play action. In the middle is Hodge for the touchdown. Will Disley. That was 3 guys keep Hendrickson out of the backfield. Herbert throws touchdown. Johnston. 2nd and 5. To step up and take off in a ton of room for Herbert. 1-yard line snap here. 4th and goal. Turn and hit. Over the top is J.K. Dobbins. Touchdown. Other 3 receivers to the right. Here comes the pressure. There's the chase to the end zone. Touchdown Cincinnati. On Monday night here in SoFi. 4th and 2. Burrow. Deep shot. Higgins is open. Got it. Touchdown Cincinnati. Herbert taking off again. Puts his shoulder and lost the football. For the moment with a fumble. And that whistle out of bounds. 2nd and 10. Chargers bring 4. Burrow retreats. Direct. Fires for Chase. He's got it. Touchdown Cincinnati. 220 second half yards. 2nd and 1. Burrow. Shot downfield. On time. And it's intercepted. And no good. 51 for the lead. Missed it. To the left. No good. Middle of the 3 receivers. Motion man now. Herbert, look out, gets hit as he throws, and it's McConkey on cue. In front of J.K. Dobbins, runs left, Dobbins takes off, Dobbins inside the 10, Dobbins to the end zone.
And on Sunday Night Football, the Chargers are able to escape that 27-6 nearly blown lead as they make a statement with that 34-27 W. Obviously, off the back of that, I don't even know what the tool Chris Collins was calling there. But J.K. Dobbins' 29-yard game-winning touchdown run. Obviously, it was a lot more that happened, obviously, than that. But, of course, Chargers now have won 4 in a row, moved to 7-3, and have a very good shot in winning, nabbing a wild card spot there if they're able to continue this. Obviously, they've got a game next week, a pretty big one overall, too. I think they're playing the Ravens on Monday Night Football in the Harbaugh Bowl. Speaking of that, the Jim Harbaugh effect. I was going to make a video on that, but, That would have been a little weird. Whatever, though. We'll get to that more on the Monday night game. For the Bengals, though, they, of course, fall to 4-7, and they're around, obviously, but, like, what goes around comes around, and what's coming around for them is not very good. I got a lot of stuff to talk about with this game, but, again, we'll just go with that at the end there. Again, you should stream down through the notes after that. Joe Burrow, 28-50. Again, another ridiculous night from him. I mean, the duck of the touchdown he threw, I didn't know how the heck they got into the defender's hands. Oh, yeah, that also was an interception in the last play, but, like, whatever. Chase Brown, 86 yards, 3.9 nice yards per carry. I thought it was whatever. Teagan's obviously did the 42-yard touchdown. That's one thing I checked off there on that 4th and 2. He was great. Jamar Chase, I mean, guys, fantasy cheat code there. Not like actually, like he's that good already. Defensively, they're awful. They're hot trash. I mean, they had a couple good drives there at the end. I'll give them that. They had some nice stops, but like they're still hot trash. Yeah, Evan McPherson missed 250-plus yarders. They're not easy, but guys, he's got to hit one of those there. Chargers, Justin Herbert, one of the better games you've seen out of him. I mean, not completion percentage-wise, but he was all over the place. Led them in rushing with 65 yards. Cannot tell you if he's ever done that in his career. Not again, he's not a mobile quarterback. It's just, again, he doesn't really run that much. Again, nearly 300 yards and 2 touchdowns. Again, it was really nice to see. Second thing. It was really nice to see that Justin Herbert got this national spotlight as well as the Chargers because they really haven't been in that really at all this year. Again, Ladd McConkey, 6 for 123. He is the best wide receiver. No, Cooper Kupp's better, but still, Ladd McConkey is great, 6 for 123. Will Disley also got a touchdown on that opening drive. Quentin Johnson also got a touchdown on a dart from Justin Herbert. Defensively, though, Derwin James is all over the place, 10 tackles and a half. Second, Dan Henley is one of the better linebackers as well as Wally Gimlin. These three guys are difference makers in the secondary, provide so much stability and versatility for this defense. They're very multiple overall. Cam Hart's really stepped up as that physical boundary corner, even if he does give us some big plays. Christian Fulton obviously is a very stable vet there. Tuli Tuipulotu is a freaking beast. He has a big tool back, not just because it's in his name. Obviously a sack from Puna Ford. And outside of that, though, I guess they gave up, like, technically, I think it was their season 9 points, 27. Digger the kicker obviously out there as well, but the defense overall did a great job for the Chargers. Again, when it came down to it there, again, holding the Bengals in some of those drives. But either way, both teams had a lot of yards. Both teams had a lot of big plays. Both teams had a lot of offense, which was nice to see on Sunday Night Football. But still, I got some other notes to go through. Bengals obviously are the first team in NFL history to be 0-4 with their quarterback throws for over 320 yards and 3 touchdowns. Yeah, that's ridiculous, guys. Like, that just tells you to speak to their defense. But speaking of that as well, the Bengals can't run the football, and when you can't run the football, you can't control the clock, and you can't control the clock, your defense is going to do a lot more just naturally. And that happens, they're just going to be put in a lot harder spot, even if they are struggling in the first place. That's just going to compound the issue. So figure that out. Outside of that, though, Chargers, they blew the lead, obviously. Outside of that, I think they hit everything. Oh, yeah, also, Justin Herbert only has 1 interception through the first 10 games of the season. I think that's the first time since Aaron Rodgers did it. Again, at least he has a 0.4 interception rate this season. Aaron Rodgers had a 0.3, at least that's on pace. Again, we only threw 2 interceptions in 2018. Also the NFL record for a single season interception rate. Outside of that, though, that's really all I got for you guys here in the recap. I mean, for Matthew Herbert at least. But that's all I got for you guys here. If you stayed along the whole time, well, you're a beast. So, hope you guys enjoyed all the highlights. Hope you guys enjoyed all the analysis. There's my opinions and takeaways and reactions from all of Sunday's games. With that said, though, that's all I got for you guys here. See you for the Monday Night Football recap tomorrow.
3,000-yard backs for Ohio State. Howard going to the pylon.